Okay guys, there's many ways to make a 9 patch. I have this one all laid out. So all I'm going to do is turn the second row into the first row, and then I'm going to chain piece along this side. You can lay it out in a bunch of different ways. This is just how the way I have it laid out. I have my 1/4 inch foot already on. I'll be guiding it to this part in here. I don't know if you can see that. I'll try to get it as good a picture as I can. And then I'm just going to stitch down the side. I've matched my edges together as best I can. If you're brand new to all of this and you want to pin it, please feel free. I'm the no pin queen. I do not pin anything. And then chain piecing is just not taking this piece out, but putting the next piece in and stitching. And I'll do the same thing with the next piece. And I'll show you what it looks like. Hang on. And so chain piecing, I have the pieces stitched together. They're attached here. The hard part's remembering which one is the top piece. This is the bottom piece. So I'm going to go ahead and not cut these pieces. But now what I'm going to do, and I'm not ironing anything yet either. I'm going to take the next piece and I'm going to lay it over the top of this one. And I'm going to continue to chain piece. Make sure you're putting right sides together. And now when I take this out, I have the entire 9 patch put together. Hang on. So if you look here, here's my 9 patch, and the rows are still attached by these little tiny chains, or it's just more stitching. And if I had to stop for the day, I could, and my 9 patch is basically still put together. I could pick it up and it's the whole thing. I can lay it out and it looks just the same. I don't lose the piece, any of my pieces. Now to sew the rest together, all I have to do is flip this and sew this, and then flip this and sew this. And just to let you know, I have not taken this to the iron yet, but what I will do is I will always press my seams to the dark, okay? So they all get pressed to the dark, and I'll finger press it to the dark, and you'll see that as I sew. So hang on. So again, you want to make sure that you have your pieces lined up. Make sure I have everything out of the way. And here's my lights and my darks, and I'm going to switch them so that they go towards the dark and line this up, and then my seam in here will lay flat. If I get my finger in here, you can see it, that this will lay flat, and these seams lock right there. And if you want to stick a pin in, this is where I would pin it. I'll show you. You can put a pin right here on the seam and it'll hold it together. And then when you come to it, I take the pin out. You don't ever sew over pins. And then sew it down. Now when I get ready to do this next one, oh, I got too many pieces in here for some reason. But anyway, you just would keep going. I don't backstitch either, and I'll tell you why. Because when I sew this into a quilt, it is automatically going to be stitched across. And as long as it stitches across here, it will lock it up. So here's my next seam to put together. Let me show it to you this way. And now I can flip it. And I sew it this way so that I can see which way to flip my stitch. And you'll see what I mean in just a second. And this one goes down. That means the other one will go up, and I'll lock it. So now here's my 9-patch block all sewn together, all done. And when I go to stitch it, threads are everywhere. I constantly pull threads off my quilts. When I go to iron it or press it, I have the seams going in the direction that I want. So both of these seams are going in. This seam will go in this way, this one that way, this one, and this one. And then however you want to do this, just follow the lay of the fabric. If it wants to go in, I'll sew them in, whatever. I just let it fall naturally and then I iron it that way. But that's how I do it. It's a simple 9-patch. It's a great way to use up scraps. I like the 2.5 inches. You can use 3 inches. You can use any size that you like. This is the size I like. To make it a checkerboard pattern, the next time what you can do is put the darks here and the lights here, and then you can sew them together and it looks like a checkerboard pattern. And I'll do one of those and show you what it looks like in a short. Okay, well, there's your first Quilting 101 lesson. Stay tuned for part 2.